Hey friends, it's Tanya and welcome to my channel. So here I am with my first video, like not the very first, but the first. What I mean is, this is not really my first video. Actually, the first video that I made was a video which just had a basic introduction about myself and what or how the channel is gonna be like. But when I saw the video myself, I thought that the video is not very happening. It was quite drab, you know. There was nothing happening about it. But I don't know, like if I should upload that or not. I'm still contemplating over it. But now I think I am ready with my next video, and without wasting much time, we should just simply jump onto the video. So today's video is going to be about concealers. And concealers, as we all know, are so important. I mean, when like to me, like when anybody talks about makeup, concealers are something I cannot ignore or not think about. They give you such good finish, like they cover all the problem areas or the dark area, the dark circles, the blemishes, everything. So I think for this video I'm gonna tell you about, you know, some facts, information and some uses of concealer. Okay, so going to the first fact, concealers are not foundation. I mean, I've seen a lot of people, you know, they usually tend to get confused between a concealer and a foundation. They both are very different and they both are used for different purposes. Concealers are basically for the dark areas on our face, like under eye, around our mouth, or the edges of our nose. So they're used for that, or the redness or pigmentation and so on and so forth. And foundation are, on the other hand, they're like, they serve some other purpose, like they are for the overall coverage. They have to be applied on the entire face. And second thing, concealers are highly pigmented. Like if you compare a concealer and a foundation, a concealer is highly pigmented. That's because they just aim on the darker areas. So that way you need like the intensity has to be higher so that it's able to cover the dark areas on your face. Second important fact is not everybody needs a concealer because you know, like a lot of people are really lucky when it comes to skin. You know, a lot of people don't have dark circles under their eye or you know, redness or spots or any, you know, pigmentation, so they don't need it. You know, it would be really okay if they you know, directly use a foundation instead, because there's just no need for them to use a concealer. Third important point is how to pick them, you know, because it's very important to know your skin tone and what kind of concealer tone is gonna suit you. We often face this dilemma when we go to a drugstore or any other store, you know, for picking up a concealer. But two important points here. The first thing is just always try the concealer. Like, this is the best way to choose a concealer. Always try the concealer on the dark areas of your face, like, you know, not on your hand, not anywhere else, on the dark areas like under your eye or around your face, and see if it oxidizes or not. I mean, if you feel that, you know, it is giving a grayish appearance, then just drop it there, because you don't want that. You want a concealer to brighten up your face, and so that's not a good option. If you feel that the concealer is giving you a grayish appearance, then just drop that option. Another way of choosing a concealer is, you know, if you cannot try it, go for a shade which is a shade or half a shade lighter than your foundation. That's another good way of checking for the concealer. Then these were some of the facts about concealers. To the uses of concealers, I don't know how to start. Like there are too many, but I think okay. I'll start with the eyes. Most people use it to cover their dark circles. So however, we must know there are certain rules of how one should apply a concealer to cover their dark circles. Very One thing where is, if you have really deep set eyes, and if you have got a lot of dark circles as I do, then you must always apply the concealer outwards. Like if you're applying the concealer, then make sure that you apply it like this, not like this. Okay, because if you're gonna apply like this, it's gonna give a more deeper look to your eyes, which you do not want. Second thing is, while applying it under your eyes, always make sure that you apply it on the eyelids, like you cover both the areas, the dark circles as well as the eyelids, because you just want to cover the entire eye, and you don't want look awkward. Like if you have it here, then just imagine how yourself, how you're gonna look. Okay, so third important point is when you apply the concealer under your eye, always remember to apply it in a V direction. Never apply it like that, because when you apply it like that, this does not give you a good and a natural coverage, which you do not want, obviously. And fourth point, do we have a fourth point? I don't know. Yeah, we do have a fourth point. Fourth point about applying a concealer is that you must never wipe it off. Always dab the concealer gently with your finger, because when you just drag or wipe the concealer like that, you're putting your skin at the risk of early wrinkles, so which is not a good thing, and which obviously you don't want. So yeah, moving on. Next use of concealer is concealer. We all know concealer works on acne scars, on redness, on any pigmentation that you may have on your face, because it really works wonders. And the reason I can say this so firmly without doubt is that I myself, like, my skin is really sensitive and I have rosacea, so my cheeks most of the time are always pink. So yes, so I need a concealer to cover it up, and it really works well on that. Then moving on, concealers. Okay, for girls who want more fuller lips, concealers they are like magic, because if you want a fuller lip, then what you need to do is just take some good amount of concealer and apply it all over your lips, and then apply the lip color on it. You're gonna see the difference instantly yourself, because that's gonna give you more fuller and juicy look to your lips. Then then moving on, concealers are used to brighten up the area around your mouth, or on the apply it on the edges of your nose, because this area is usually dark and shadowy. So use it here and around your mouth, and yeah, to give your face a more brightened up look. And yeah, I think so. And yeah, one more last use of a concealer is use it just under and over your eyebrows to give it a more finished look. Like after you fill your brows, then use the concealer under and over your brows to give it more clean look. And I think we're pretty much done with this video on concealers. And if people like it, then just let me know in the comment section down below. And please guys, hit the like button and do subscribe to my channel. It's just the beginning, and this channel cannot grow without you people, your love, your support. I'm just so willing to be friends with you, and share things with you, love you, and be close to you people. And this cannot happen without you, or this will only happen if you guys support me, and if you guys subscribe to my channel. So yeah, so love you guys, and see you next week. Until then, bye bye. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Bye.